So let's talk about prompting. There's two types of prompts. Okay. The first prompt is basically task driven, and then you got role driven prompts. Okay. And task driven prompts are basically prompts that are designed to complete one specific task versus tasks that are, uh, for lack of a word, they're a bit more expanded. They're basically roles. So let's just say that you want to create an email newsletter. Okay. So create an email marketing newsletter for all the business to inflate. This is an example of a task-based prompt. And you click that, it's going to think about, okay, you know what are they do? It's a really basic prompt, but the problem is now one thing you should notice with this prompt is that I might need to reset this. Let's do this again. Uh, this is good. So Claude works. So this is HTML based. So you probably want to uh, is it a template page? Maybe for the bridges the client. And let's be sure that it's a green email marketing that is generate in Markdown. Okay. And so that's not going to create like an HTML thing. Okay. And what you probably want to do is you probably want to say like what this is about. The newsletter is about. The newsletter is about what it links is highlighting a piece of a news article we want to feature them. So, so again, it's going to create like a sample thing. There you go. So again, this is a sample email content. It's something that you could use as a starting point. Now, the problem is that what this tool is doing is basically anticipating your needs because you haven't given it direction. And while this might be good for a lot of people, it might look really good. What I want you to consider is how do we make AI not anticipate, but actually follow our instructions? So you want to give something that's a little bit more specific. So this is the reason why, as you become more versatile when it comes to prompting, you'll use what's called a prompting framework. So I like one really simple tool is the STAR prompt framework. So you call CSTAR, so the context, Yardi. So this is who the bot is going to be, what the situation is doing. Okay, I'm to the monthly newsletter. So this is what the monthly newsletter is. Create engaging newsletter content. Action is going to include an industry update, practical tip, case studies, success story, roll up, and it's going to say 300 words. Now, if I was to let's say select all of this, this is 554 words. Okay. So for now, we're just going to delete. I'm going to hit save and I'm going to regenerate it. And so now it's got a different prompt, which is a little more simpler, right? So the thing with prompting is that don't let prompts um, anticipate your needs. Give them concrete instructions. And this is actually delegation 101. Give really, really good instructions. Okay. Uh, that's what we got. Okay. We then want to do, so this is what's this. So then he got new marketing specialist, situation, task, result. Okay. one thing that I also like to do is you might want to have another piece here saying, and so this is, you'll have like Punisher below. So I might say, you are an email marketing specialist, the task, consider the task is further defined below. The action in addition, as well as any additional directions, and then the results. So then here you'll say task. So task of the task newsletter. Oh, so I should because of the action, the practice, the industry update. It is about increasing risk as a result of a changing policy with respect to live addiction. So then we go this again. And so now it's going to now it's going to make something that talks about what is the problem here, blah, blah. So essentially the whole thing about prompting is giving them better directions. Okay? So this is an example of sort of like a task-based problem. The task is writing an email newsletter. Now, once you're happy with the output of a particular prompt, what I would recommend you do is use a naming convention to make sure you can find it again. So here it could be Acme marketing email newsletter. Okay. So your business name, your what sort of like place in the process it is, right? Now you can have what's called a role-based prompt that is it can do multiple tasks because it's fitting a certain role. And so let's do a role-based prompt in the same sort of environment. And I'm going to do it. So we're just going to copy and paste it from my prompt library. So I'm going to paste, this is an example of a role-based prompt. Okay. So context, you are a development and communications specialist, or businesses like the business, so in the audience. The situation, I am working on various growth challenges, and I am looking to address various growth challenges, including often content, network follow-up, blah, blah. I will provide additional instructions regarding the situation. And then at a task, you will follow my directions in crafting communications and deliverables that reflect my expertise. That the key. So situation, so C, context, star, situation, task, action. Okay. Reflects the strength of my business. And, for a role-based prompt, you probably want to talk what tone you want. So in this case, you want a portable tone. And retrieve this out. Okay. And time and a time with the and a time frame here. And then result, I will advise of what the format of the response should be. Then typically what I would do here is I'd say confirm your instructions. I'll give additional directions. Yeah. Then once I do that, hey, it's going to sit and think again. And there you go. So it'll talk out who the business is, talk with the client, talk with the expertise areas. You're good to go. So now all I need to do, the context is fine, the situation's fine. I am going to talk about so what I wanted is the situation needs to be addressed, action and result. So situation, task, result, or situation, action, result. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to get some bullet points here. And the situation is that I have a client that is not paying me on time. I need to address the failure to pay. So I'm going to say it's going to be action. So what does this, must include consequences on non-paying. And the result is to be, will be sent via email. Yeah. And there you go. It's given what's needed. Okay. Now, let's say, so now this is a communication specialist, right? So I can now change the situation, action, and result, and I'll get something similar. So for example, I can go edit. I have a supplier that I need, I owe money to. I need to get an extension of time to pay. Okay. And we actually are looking for an in-person meeting in the next week. And so again, thus, so there you go. So now that's that. Okay. Now I can do something like I want the result will send me an email and needs to be concise. So now I can give this, and all I'm doing is I'm not making this a longer thread. And it might give any additional clarifications. Don't answer below. Don't answer the below here. Always answer in the same prompt, but you don't want to really long print. The email needs to be concise. Okay. Hire that Acme who all owes money to. There you go. So that's how essentially you've now got a tool that's a role-based tool that can be used for different circumstances, right? So, and again, so once you're happy with the tool, you'll rename it. You'll say Acme. In this case, it's going to be communication specialist. Now, when you go back into here, you'll have a tool. So what I would do is I would probably delete these ones here. And so you've now got, so these are the tools. And so if you want more prompts, obviously it's in our prompt library. Um, and again, the goal here is not to give prompts that are set in stone. The goal here is to use these prompts to build on your expertise in coding. So, yeah, hopefully, so again, by the end of this video, what you'll have is the ability to have a workspace that you can use and find prompts quickly and to work quickly. Um, and hopefully by the end of this, you've learned how to have a project knowledge here that will help you identify and program your ideal client in your business. And yeah, hopefully to put you in a better position of how to move forward in your practice and business and leveraging AI to do so. Okay. Hope this helped. We'll chat with you soon. Cheers.